Last week we talked about NAR's 2015 homebuyer profile. Now let's talk about sellers. The typical home seller was 54 years old with a median household income of about $104,100 per year. The most commonly cited reason for selling their home, wait for it, it's to move to a larger one. This was followed by job relocation and the desire to move closer to friends and family. Sellers typically lived in their homes for about 9 years before selling, and 88% worked with a real estate agent. They sold for about $40,000 more than they originally purchased. 61% of sellers were very satisfied with the selling process. The biggest noteworthy statistic is that the typical seller has recommended their agent once since the selling of their home, and about 32% have recommended their agent 3 or more times since selling. 84% said that they would most likely or definitely recommend their agent for future services. Only 8% of recent home sales were FSBOs. This is the lowest share recorded since the report started in 1981, so that bodes well. FSBO sellers are a mirror image of the typical seller mentioned: 54 years old, married, making $104,100. FSBOs typically sold for less than the selling price of the agent-assisted homes, but they sold a little more quickly, often because they knew the person that they were selling to. So my takeaways of this report were as follows. Number one, by marketing to Gen Y and a bit older, 40 to 55 years old, there's a great shot you can pick up not just one, but 2 deals, 1 sale and 1 purchase. Number two, don't check out during the sales process, or you might find that another agent has picked up your client for the purchase of the new home. Number three, develop a strategy for marketing to FSBOs. When they get frustrated, you want to be there. And number four, continue to call your database. With 84% of sellers willing to refer their agent, there is great opportunity in this whole bunch of the people that you already know. And now for minding your own business. While every email newsletter is different, here are 6 tips for creating a high converting email newsletter. Number one, use a familiar from name. Whether using your name or a brand name, leverage the from and subject line to get people to open your emails. Number two, break your newsletter into sections. People don't read your emails from left to right like a book. Instead, they skim looking for things of interest. Leave white space so that they can find the content that they're looking for. Number three, segment and personalize content. Segment your recipients into like-minded groups so you can target your content to their interests. By making your content relevant, it's going to increase open rates and strengthen those relationships. Number four, add images and visuals. Average time spent reading an email newsletter is only about 51 seconds. The human brain processes visuals 60,000 times faster than text. So, use compelling images and visuals to get your point across to them. Number five, include benefit-focused headings and body copy for each content piece. They need to know why they should care and what it's going to do for them. Number six, add a prominent call to action. You can choose to do this with either a text link or a button, but it has been reported that a designated button increases click-throughs by quite a bit. Email newsletters are quick and relatively easy. It helps keep your business top of mind, increase traffic to your website, and this should ultimately turn into sales for you. Well, that's it for another edition of the Real Estate Insider Weekly. We're always here to help. Let us know if we can answer any of your mortgage or rate questions. Have a great week.